Ladies and gentlemen, according to a recent Spectator article, Mitch McConnell is going to be replaced soon, stepping down eventually from the Senate Majority or Senate Minority Leader position. Rick Scott, Senator Rick Scott, is named as one of the replacements. And if you look, ladies and gentlemen, you have Rick Scott being an ally of former President Trump, but also, this is from his website, Senator Rick Scott becomes chairman of National Republican Senatorial Committee. He would be, this was a couple years ago, but he's already been in leadership positions. It would be a complete sea change from Mitch McConnell. You wouldn't have Mitch McConnell. I think I'll have to fund Never Trumpers or make sure that Republicans lose forever. You're not going to have Mitch McConnell fund Republicans who were loyal to the Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld, Never Trump Republican, irrelevant faction of the Republican Party anymore. So Adam Kinzinger is now at CNN. Okay, Liz Cheney is no longer in Wyoming. Mitt Romney is, who knows how long he'll be senator. Paul Ryan is no longer in government. The Lincoln Project is an extension of the Democratic Party. The Bush, Cheney, and Rumsfeld Republicans will no longer be relevant ever, ever again. George W. Bush destroyed that, era of the GOP. He started an era of endless military conflict and quagmires, counterinsurgency nightmares throughout the world. George W. Bush and Biden are the two worst presidents that we've ever had. You look what's taking place now with mashed potato brains. We have not only an invasion in Europe, but there could be, God forbid, another invasion in Asia. And, God forbid, Taiwan gets invaded. And so that looks like it's going to happen. I've been talking about that a lot over the years on this channel. I predicted a stock market crash. We saw the market decline terribly last year. But in 2021, I wrote in the Federalist that Democrats are hurtling this country towards a market crash, and we're going to see that, unfortunately. More bank runs, earnings continuing to tank or will begin tanking. Inflation will hit everyone's pocketbook. It already has, but people are putting money on debt and credit cards in debt. The economy is objectively worse than it was under Trump. Foreign policy is objectively much worse than it was under Trump. We had record low poverty with Trump in 2019, okay? This charade, this obsession with Trump's personality, like Biden's not going to win any personality contests. You couldn't find more vicious and petulant and malicious narcissists than the wonderful people on Twitter every single day in Hollywood that spew this venom and vitriol and disdain and contempt towards Trump every single day. But Trump is the bad guy. Trump is the bad person. But all this negativity and all this, you have friends disowning people disowning friends and family because they vote Trump. You can't even wear a Make America Great Again hat anywhere without fear of someone pulling it off your head. And then it's Trump that's the person fomenting all of this division. You can't even put a Trump yard sign. That was even before he defeated Clinton. You had people taking Trump yard signs from houses. How on earth is Trump the villain in all of this? But if you have 24/7 media coverage painting him as the biggest monster that's ever lived, well, there you go. But Rick Scott will be a complete sea change, a paradigm shift from McConnell. McConnell is the last remnant of an older Republican Party. Okay, they'd rather lose than win with Trump. Okay, And so according to the Spectator article, he also challenged McConnell. He didn't win, but he got a number of votes challenging McConnell. So Rick Scott is in a great position. He's also an ally of President Trump. Actually, there's an article here. Where is that article? There's an article talking about Trump. And so Rick Scott is a longtime ally of Donald Trump, Palm Beach Post. Trump tries to recruit Rick Scott for majority leader. Politico, the former president, despises the current Senate GOP leader Mitch McConnell and vice versa. So, I mean, how can you win as a political party if you have, like, does Schumer work against Biden's interest? It would be blasphemy in the Democratic Party. Okay, you've committed heresy and blasphemy if you just say, Trump ain't that bad. Oh my God, it's like the worst thing ever. People will disown you, the wonderful, morally superior, highly educated liberal Democrats, and hit subscribe to this channel right now. They'll disown friends and family if they even hear. Like, you could say, like Alan Dershowitz, for example, fantastic legal scholar. He likes Trump as a person. They're friends, but he voted Biden. But that's not enough. You have celebrities getting upset with him, friends disowning him. I've seen it myself with my own eyes. Lifelong friends. I get these text messages from, people, I can't be your friend anymore. You like Trump. It's like, well, you're ignorant to Hunter and Hillary's servers, which it's impossible to have servers siphoning classified data. I think Hillary will be the 24 nominee. I think it'll be Trump, Clinton, 24. But you have Hunter with endless felonies, and then you have the Lincoln Project, the Bush, Cheney, Rumsfeld people that Democrats were supposed to oppose. I thought they opposed them 20 years ago. And like the average, wonderful, morally superior liberal Democrat doesn't care that we're 90 seconds to midnight, according to the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists. They're just fine with endless wars and conflicts as long as Trump isn't trying to devour the planet. Or sell planet Earth to Martians for a hotel on Mars. It's on MSNBC in the new Times report from people, current and former U.S. officials. And so this is the world we live in now. Being a Democrat, voting blue no matter who, and you could say you're a communist, you can say you're a socialist, you could say you're a democratic socialist. If you vote Democrat every single 4 years, you are no different from an anchor or a host of CNN or MSNBC. You could have different color hair, it doesn't really matter. You could say that you're a different form of socialist or Marxist or communist, it doesn't matter. You're the same person as a CNN host. Now, the rebuttal could be you're the same person as a Fox News. So not really. A bunch of the hosts on Fox News have no problem with endless military conflict. That's one of the problems with Fox News. You had a couple of never Trumpers. I mean, you think you might still have some, but the issue with McConnell is that you're not ever going to win as a political party if you keep blaming Trump, a president of your political party. The political party is supposed to rally around the president. Whether or not you think that the Democrats like Biden, not to be like, let's be as civil and as generous as possible. Do you think that the entire planet doesn't see what we all see? Do you think that Chuck Schumer and Pelosi and the people at MSNBC, at CNN, do they not understand when they hear the slurred speech and the aimless wandering around? Do they not see what we all? Of course they do. But with Trump, I don't like his personality. I want someone presidential. It's like, well, you know what? Media will descend upon DeSantis, turn him into a monster. It doesn't matter. Mitt Romney could run. They would, accuse him of crimes against humanity for putting his dog on top of his car. So, Anyway, hit subscribe to this channel. I'll be back numerous times today. I'll be back in a couple of hours, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very interesting prospect.